Ferrari is the most recognizable car brand in the world, known for making the world's most exotic cars. Hello, my name is Luis Mendoza, and this is my colleague Brendan Maynard. We are students at St. Edward's University who have done extensive research on this company. We hope to inform you all, fellow Ferrari enthusiasts, and give you all a deeper understanding on the greatest car company in the world. They started with very high standards, from performance to luxury style. And they are still setting the bar with their current models that are in production and are still pushing those boundaries with their future concepts. I'll go over a quick overview of the history, and it started with one man, Enzo Ferrari, who in the 1920s was racing for a man named Alfa Romeo. By 1930s, he left racing to start his own company, and in 1947, he released the first Ferrari, the V12 125 Sport, making the V12 engine synonymous with the Ferrari name. The 125 Sport also cemented Ferrari as a name to be reckoned with in racing. The following year, they released the 166mm Barchetta, which set the precedent for luxury style, which came second only to performance. Ferrari's next move was into Formula One racing, and from the 1950s to 1960s, sales tripled because of their success in Formula One. The 1970s oil crisis stalled Ferrari, as all other car companies, but its response was the high-performance 308 GT. The 1980s, Ferrari struggled in the racing division, but they saw unprecedented sales with their road models, particularly the Testarossa. And in 1987, it marked Ferrari's 40th year anniversary, with Enzo Ferrari releasing the F40. Sadly, this would be his last project, as Enzo Ferrari would pass away in August of 1988. Now Brendan will go over current models that are in production.
Okay, so as you guys know, I'm going to talk to you about the current models in production. So Ferrari has a couple different lines, the first being the V8 engines and the other being the V12 engines. So for the V8 engines, we have the Ferrari California. This car starts at about $190,000. It has reduced weight from the model previous to this one, so the 2011 model. And this car also fits safety requirements all the way up to 2018. So the next car is the Ferrari 458 Italia. This car is $230,000. It has different driving modes such as sport, race, and automatic. This car also has won 30 international awards around the world. So next is the Ferrari 458 Spider. So this car is pretty much a foldable hardtop version of the Italia. It has a pretty different style though, although it's pretty much the same car. It's the first and only mid-rear engine with a V8, and it has 10 different alloys in the chassis, which promotes like stability and performance for this vehicle. So for the V12 lineup, there's the 599 GTB Fiorano. This car is $330,000, and what this car is it pretty much introduces the F1 Sports Super Sport gearbox and the F1 Track 2 road cars. And the other is the Ferrari FF. So the Ferrari FF is the fastest four-seater in the world. And where Ferrari was hoping to go with this car was to make it a family car, because the average buying age for a Ferrari is anywhere from early to mid-40s. So by this age, you usually have a couple children. And what better way to sport them than in the back of the seat of a Ferrari. So moving on to their future concepts, I'm going to start with the F12 Berlinetta, which is on the left. So this car is $330,000. It would be part of their V12 lineup. It is the fastest road car, and it's quoted to be the spearhead of a new generation of extreme V12 engines by Ferrari. This car is also the most powerful high-performance Ferrari built to date. And then on the right, we have the Ferrari F70. Although the F70 is not the official name of this car, it is pretty much speculation because Ferrari hasn't released any specific details about this car yet. But it is established by a few different magazines, so it's just kind of the name that we have for now. This car is to be well over $1 million. And to give you an idea of where Ferrari was going with this car, its top competitor would be the Bugatti Veyron. So that just about sums that up. Now I'm going to hand it back over to Luis to sum it all up for you guys.
So in conclusion, we hope to have given you a better understanding of the greatest car company in the world, how they set the standards from the very beginning in 1947, and they keep pushing those boundaries with current models and their awe-inspiring future concepts. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to ask.